Hi, I'm going to speak to you today on some of the benefits of becoming a volunteer and how rewarding of an experience it can be. Lending a hand to someone can help fulfill a lot of needs in your local community. It is a selfless gift to give to your community. Volunteering positions are often time-consuming, but it depends on what you're willing to give. This speech includes a slideshow with a number of suggestions demonstrating ways that you can make a difference in your community. If you're asking yourself, where do I get started volunteering? Here are some ideas. The best way to choose a program or to find a program would be to find your individual need or your interest. Try to find a way to match the opportunity with your skills. Your schedule is an important aspect to keep in mind. It's very hard to juggle a career, a family, and school, as of right now, with volunteering as well. I should know I do speak from experience. This is a huge challenge for me. Most volunteers are in good company and they tend to gain strong bonds within their community and a lot within their organizations as well. There are many ways that you can locate a volunteer project in your local community. There are websites available to volunteers, and there's also ways that you can search either by phone, through your local phone book, or via the internet on the web. There are ongoing and one-time events, and some of them last all year long. If you live near a military installation like I do, you can contact your local installation volunteer coordinator. Choosing a volunteer position is a simple task. You only need to pick an opportunity and lend a hand. Try your local Red Cross, for instance. If you have a local hospital in your area, you can always donate some of your time to the local Red Cross. The local Red Cross also offers training to support blood drives and their assistance for displaced families. Donations are always welcome. Your local Humane Society is another way that you can volunteer. Most animal shelters are run non-profit, so they are run entirely on donations only. My daughters and I volunteer at a local shelter. As animal lovers, it's really hard to resist those sad eyes. We go and run with the dogs and brush the kittens and the cats. They're all looking for just a little bit of your attention. It's difficult to do that sometimes with a limited number of employees that usually work at the animal shelters. Some people shy away from shelters because they think the first thing that comes to their mind when they think of an animal shelter is picking up after the animals, which is not necessarily true. We've never been asked by the shelter to pick up after the animals. But we do, however, love to give them baths. If you don't have time to spend at an animal shelter, maybe donating food or supplies is more up your alley. Countless volunteer organizations could use your help. United Way, for instance, or Habitat for Humanity. They're always advertising for available projects. You also have your local church or religious groups that offer volunteer openings. I personally volunteer at our Army installation. I am the owner and the handler of our 3rd Infantry Division's live mascot, Sergeant Rocky. He's a familiar face in the crowd at some of the Fort Stewart events. We tend to frequent a lot of the on-post and off-post activities for our community. And he's very famous with some of our younger fans on post. Family readiness groups is another way that you can participate in your community. Some of the projects that we have and some of the programs that we have on our installation would not be available if it were not for our volunteers. Volunteering provides also valuable community services and more money that can be spent on local improvements. It's also well known that volunteering has many effects on our volunteers. Experts report that volunteering does reduce stress and it is physically beneficial. When you focus on someone other than yourself, It tends to interrupt tension-producing patterns. Your moods become more optimistic, and it strengthens your immune system. Understanding your community's needs can help foster empathy and self-efficacy. Volunteering yourself, your community, is socially educational as well. Professional experience can be attained. Volunteering. You can use it on your resume as some of your job skills. Skills learned on your volunteering for job experiences. Volunteering also provides valuable community services for, again, more of our money to be spent on our local improvements or our local activities. Volunteering takes different kinds of people, sometimes with common goals. Here are some ways that you can get some of the information on resources for volunteering. You've got the Red Cross website. We've also got our Habitat for Humanity and our United Way. In conclusion, our volunteers strengthen our neighborhood by giving back and making a difference in someone else's life. And the joy of seeing someone else being happy is a reward in itself. You may come across hidden talents, and they may change your views of yourself. Volunteering is an investment on the lives of other people, especially in your community. Remember, there are lots of ways that you can volunteer. Keep your eyes open on current opportunities, and remember that you can make a difference. Thank you.